This is the Meta Quest Pro, and the company claims it will change how you work and play in virtual and mixed reality. But after spending real time with it, I found something they don't tell you in the ads, and you'll definitely want to know before you drop the cash. Stick around, because I'm going to walk you through the hype, the real-world experience, and ultimately, is it worth your hard-earned dollars? Product overview. So what exactly are we looking at? The Meta Quest Pro is high-end VR/MR headset made by Meta, launched in October 2025. It's designed for folks who don't just want to game, but want to use virtual reality for work, mixed reality collaboration, creative studios, even remote desktops. The selling proposition: one device that handles VR gaming, mixed reality pass-through, workspaces, and more. If you're someone who might wear this for productivity and play, this is aimed at you. Performance. Okay, specs are one thing, but how does it actually feel to use this thing day to day? I spent time jumping between gaming sessions, jumping into work mode with multiple virtual monitors, and trying out mixed reality features. The performance is solid, thanks to its Snapdragon XR2 Plus chipset with 12 GB of RAM and 256 GB storage. It handles VR apps smoothly, no major hitches. I noticed fewer dropped frames, fast loading of apps, and good responsiveness when switching tasks. Now, the game time isn't flawless. Some reviewers pointed out that unless games are specifically optimized, you might not see massive gains over lower-cost headsets. And when I moved into mixed reality or work mode, floating screens, real-world pass-through, it felt modern and capable. For example, I had 3 virtual windows open floating in my room, and it felt workable rather than gimmicky. However, battery life held it back. I got closer to 1.5 to 2 hours with mixed reality workloads, which means you'll be near a charger sooner than you'd like. Features and tech. Full color pass-through plus mixed reality. Unlike many headsets that give black and white or low-res pass-through, the Quest Pro has full-color external cameras so you can see your real-world environment while also layering virtual elements. That means you can glance at your desk or keyboard without taking the headset off. Eye and face tracking. It's got built-in sensors so your avatar in VR can make eye contact and reflect facial expression. That might sound niche, but if you're using this for meetings or collaboration, it adds a layer of realism. High-end optics and better comfort. Meta used pancake lenses with better pixel density and more efficient optics. It helps with clarity and sharpness. Self-tracking controllers. These are an upgrade. No tracking rings, better haptics. You can add stylus tips for sketching or whiteboarding in VR. If your use case leans toward creative or productivity work, this is a plus. Each of these features gives a real-life benefit: smoother visuals, more immersive virtual meetings, the ability to toggle between play and work modes without changing devices, and tracking precision that makes hand interaction feel more natural. Design and build. Aesthetically and ergonomically, Meta did some interesting work here. The headset is premium-looking, matte black finish, pancake lenses that let the front appear a bit sleeker, and a rear battery pack in the strap for better weight distribution. The Halo-style strap with adjustment wheels is a big upgrade over basic straps. I found it more comfortable for extended wear than many older models. That said, it's still kinda heavy. At around 722 g, it's noticeably heavier than lighter headsets. And though the strap design helps, after an hour or more, you'll notice fatigue if you've got a large head or come from lighter gear. Also, while the build is premium, some reviewers said the peripheral light leak and facepad comfort could have been better. So, yes, it feels high-end, but it's not small or ultra-light. Pros: powerful and smooth. Best-in-class mixed reality. More comfortable design. Cons: very expensive. Battery is short. Final verdict. So, who is this headset for, and is it worth the money? Look, If you're someone who uses VR both for productivity and for serious gaming, and you want best-in-class hardware today, the Quest Pro is a strong option. It gives you future-looking features rather than mid-tier compromises. On the flip side, if you're mostly into gaming, casual use, or you're on a tighter budget, you might be better off waiting for or buying a more affordable option. The feature set of the Pro only really pays off if you'll use more than just the gaming mode. Some reviewers even suggest waiting for next-gen affordable headsets. In short, yes, it's worth it, but only if it aligns with your real-world usage. If it's your main headset and you'll tap into both work and play, go for it. If not, you might be overpaying for features you won't fully use. Either way, this is the kind of headset that pushes the envelope, and that's pretty exciting.